This is building the Fielder's Choice Part 2. So the infinite pitch and catch machine, thousands are already calling the Fielder's Choice, needs to have two axes of motion. It'll need a rotation about the main axis so I can simulate full first base to third base range of motion, and then a way to change the vertical pitch of the machine so that I can simulate line drives, ground balls, or pop-ups. So first let's take a stab at controlling that pitch axis. I have a linear actuator already on hand and I think it's a good candidate for this. A linear actuator like this one only needs about 12 volts DC to turn a series of gears stored in a gearbox that ultimately rotate a lead nut mounted on a long threaded rod inside the main body. And a linear actuator is one of the most common ways to get a high torque linear motion out of a relatively cheap and low volt DC motor. And in fact, I can use a 9.6 volt DC battery to get it to actuate, so I don't even have to do any complicated electronics yet. Now I'm a big believer in test first and make it look nice later, so I grabbed some spare 2x4s, put a hole the size of the tripod leg on one side, and mounted the linear actuator brackets to the other side. I basically just cobbled together a little something to simulate me standing here doing this motion. So I loaded the feeder mechanism up, turned on the pitching machine, and started looking for data while just ripping some heaters. And thanks to math and physics and geometry and all that, I can adjust how much the full stroke of this linear actuator actually adjusts the pitch of the pitching machine by where along the leg I actually put the hole. Closer to the machine means the lever arm would be a little bit shorter, which means there would be higher torque on the actuator, but it would also be a more exaggerated pitch. So eventually I'll do some math to figure out exactly where I want to put it, but for now I'm calling that good. Next I've got to get the rotational axis working, and there'll be time to come up with a catch and return mechanism. Then we're going to hook it all up to be programmable and work together. So make sure to follow the page for more.